morning to all the students. I am Shubhangi Gondani from Mechanical Engineering Department, and today we study about the pneumatic and hydraulic actuation system. The actuation system. The actuation systems are the element of control system which are responsible for transforming the output of the microcontroller or microprocessor or control the system into a controlling action of the machine or a device. So this is the diagram which is related to the pneumatic, hydraulic, mechanical, electrical actuation systems. This is a plant in which the parameters can be used as a sensor. These can be sensed the parameter and can be processed through the sensing signals by the microprocessor. The microprocessor can be in controlled mode. This can forward the information towards the command signal. Then in mechanical component, the command signals can be actuated with the help of the actuators, and this can be goes to the plant. So these are the process which is carried out by the actuation system. The pneumatic and hydraulic actuation system. The pneumatic deal with the air pressure and hydraulic deal with the fluid motion and pressure. So this is the desired input. It goes to the controller, actuator, process, actual output goes to the feedback by the sensors, and it can goes to again the desired output. So typical hydraulic power system. With the hydraulic system, the pressurized oil is provided by the pump driven by the electrical motor. The pump oil from the sump through the non-return valve and is accumulated to the system from which it is returned to the sump. The pressure release valve is to release the pressure if it is rise above the safe level. The accumulator is a smooth out any short-term fluctuation in the output of the oil. So this is the diagram which is related to the hydraulic power system, in which there is oil. That oil can be pumped with respect to the motor. It can be goes to the non-return valve. It is again goes to the pressure release valve, in which the pressure is released and it can be controlled with the accumulator, and it is again returned to the sump. So this is the process. The hydraulic power system. The accumulator works. The accumulator is a container in which the oil is held under the pressure against an external force which involves the gas within the bladder in chamber containing the hydraulic fluid. If the oil pressure rises, then the bladder contracts, increases the volume oil and occupy so as to reduce the pressure. If the oil pressure falls, the bladder expand to reduce the volume occupied by the oil and so increase its pressure. So this is the diagram which is related to the gas system. This is a valve, that is gas changing valve. This is a bladder and this is a hydraulic fluid. The typical pneumatic system. So this is a typical pneumatic system. This is a filter. The air inlet to compress is likely to be filtered via the silencer to reduce the noise level. Then there is a silencer. So both filter and silencers can be worked at the same principle. The motor. In pneumatic power system, an electric motor can be driven with the air compressor. This can be compressor. It goes after that it goes to the relief valve. A pressure relief valve provides the protection against the pressure in the system rising above the safe level. The cooler and filter water. Since the compressor increases the temperature of the air, there are likely to be cooling system, and to remove the containment and water from the air, a filter with water trap is used. And after that there is a air receiver. The air receiver increases the volume of the air in the system and smooth out the short time pressure fluctuation. So this is a typical pneumatic power system. The directional control valve 1. The pneumatic and hydraulic systems are used to direction the control valve to direct the flow of fluid through the system. Its on-off device either completely open or closed. They might be activated to switch the fluid flow direction by the means of mechanical, electrical and fluid power signal. The directional control valve 2. It is a common type, that is a spool valve. Move horizontally within the valve body to control the flow. 2. That is rotary spool valve. Have a same idea when the rotor opens and closes the part. So this is the diagram which is related to the spool valve. This is port 1, air supply is inserted, and port 3, the air supply can be went to the atmosphere. The directional control valve 3. 3 is a puppet valve. This valve is normally in closed condition. This valve based on the ball, disc or cones are used in conjunction with the valve seat to control the flow. When the push button is depressed, the ball is pushed out of its seat and flow occur on the result in port 1 being connected to the port 2. When the button is released, the spring force the ball back up against its seat and close of the flow. So this is the system. You have to push button press, and after pressing the push button, the pressure is released out. Directional control valve 4. The directional valve. The free flow only occurs in one direction to the wall. Flow in the other direction is blocking by the spring. So flow directions, no flow directions. So this is the flow control valve which can be attracted to the direction. This is a symbol, this is a flow, and this is a no flow. The valve symbol 1. The valve symbol consists of square for each its switching position. Thus the poppet valve are two position, one which button not pressed and one which button is pressed. The two position valve will have two square, three position valve having a three square. So these are the first is a flow valve, second is flow shut off valve, and third is initial connection valve. So valve 2, that is a symbols of the valve actuation. It indicates the various way the valves can be actuated. The posted are labeled 1 for pressure supply, 3 for hydraulic return port, 3 or 5 for pneumatic exhaust, and 2 or 5 for the input. So this is the various types of the actuating valve. That is the push button valve, by plunger valve, by lever, by roller, by paddle, by application of the pneumatic pressure, by spring, by solenoid, and this is the construction of these input and output valve. The valve 3, solenoid operated spool valve. The valve is actuated by a current passing through the solenoid and returned to its original position by the spring. So this is the direction and this is the working, the return of the spring with the original position with the help of this solenoid. Valve system 4. This figure can be shows that 3x2 valve, the connection can be initial. The IP1 is connected to 2A, 3R is closed. When the solenoid valve is activated, it gives the state indicated by the symbol used to square which can be attached. So this is the spring movement gives the state indication by the symbol used in the square which it is attached. That is a 3x2 valve. This is a second separation IP and 3R, and this is the spring. Valve symbol 5. A symbol example of an application of the valve is a pneumatic lift system. So this is the diagram which explains the pneumatic lift system. The pallet operated valve. The pallet operated system, one valve is used to control the second valve. The figure can be operated. It is used to overcome when the force required to move the ball shuttle in a valve and can often too large for manual or solenoid operation. So this shows the diagram, that is a puppet valve. Pressure valve 1. There are three types of the pressure valve, that is pressure limiting valve, used to limit the pressure in the circuit below the same value. Pressure regulating valve, used to control the or operating the pressure in a circuit and maintain it at a constant value. So this is the diagram which is related to the pressure setting spring. Pressure control valve 2. Pressure sequence valve are used to sense the pressure of an external line and give a signal when it reaches the some preset value. So this is a pressure sequence valve symbol, a sequential system. The hydraulic and pneumatic layer conditioner. Both the hydraulic and pneumatic actuator have a same principle, differs being in size. The cylinder consists of a cylindrical tube along with the piston arm can slide. There are two types, that is single acting and double acting. The cylinder, single acting, the acting cylinder. The control pressure is applied at the one side of the piston, that is called as an single acting cylinder. So this is the diagram which is single acting cylinder. This is a piston rod, this is a piston bearing, spring, piston, and it can be worked with respect to this spring. The spring can be inserted with respect to the cylindrical barrel. When the current passes through the solenoid, the valve switches position, pressure is applied to move the position along the cylinder. When the current creates, the valve revert to its initial position and the air is vent from the cylinder. So this is the operation which is related to the single acting cylinder. The first diagram can be indicated no current through solenoid, and the second diagram can be indicated a current through the solenoid. Double acting cylinder. As we know, when the control passes, pressure are applied to both sides of the piston. A difference in pressure between the two sides result in the motion of the piston. without application of the spring. So current through the one solenoid will cause the piston to move in one direction. So figure A is indicated not activated and figure B is indicated with activated system. A cylindrical to be used to move the workpiece in manufacturing operation through a distance of 250 mm with 15 seconds. If a force of 50 kN is required to move the work, what is the requirement of working pressure and hydraulic liquid flow rate if the cylinder of the piston diameter is 150 mm is available? So area is pi r square, you put the radius, the working pressure it is denoted with F upon A, the speed of the hydraulic cylinder, the flow rate of the hydraulic cylinder, that is V is equal to flow upon area, the flow rate, that is the area into V. So in this way you can carry out or find the answer. Cylinder sequences. Many pneumatic or hydraulic control system may require a sequence of extension and reaction of the cylinder to occur, that is cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. So this is the program which is related to option the cylinder reactance. So this is the diagram which gives the cylinder sequence. Process control valve used to control the fluid flow rate. A common form of the pneumatic actuator used the process control valve is a diaphragm actuator. The diaphragm is made up of the rubber which withstand in it the center between two circular steel discs. The effect of change in the input pressure is to move the central part of the diaphragm. The force F on the shaft is a force at the acting of the diaphragm, that is a P into A, where P is the gauge pressure and A is the diaphragm area. And restoring the force is provided by the spring, that is a Kx is equal to P into A. So see, this is the diagram. This is a controller, low control pressure. It is attached with the spring. It goes to the atmosphere and it is connected to the rubber diaphragm. So as the pressure is maintained, it can be reflected to the pressure. So process control valve, the valve bodies and plug. The figure shows across the section of the valve for the control rate of the fluid. The plug restricts the fluid flow and so its position determines the fluid rate. The process control valve, that is a forms of the valve body and plug. Single seated, close more tightly but required more space. Double seated, less force is required and less tightly. Process control valve, that is shape and plug, determine the relation between the steam movement of the effect and flow. Three types of commonly used, that is a relation between the displacement flow rate as a percentage of the maximum. Rotary actuator, a linear cylinder can with a suitable mechanical linkage be used to produce a rotary movement through the angle less than 360. The other alternate is as shown in the figure, that is a vane semi-rotary. A pressure difference between the two parts causes the vane to rotate. So this is a seal, this is a vane, this is clockwise port and this is anti-clockwise port. This is a front view and this is a side view which is when we rotated with the system. So thank you.